Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lover Show, baby. Let's go. 83,000. Can we get a move up to 85? Can we make a couple grand today? Hey, let's find out here on the show. If anyone can do it, it's me, baby. Let's go. I love y'all. Keep pushing. Never stop. I got a ruptured Achilles. I'm still here, baby. We ain't going nowhere. I love y'all. Thank you so much for that super chat. Very nice of you. You didn't have to give, but you did. That'll come back to you tenfold. $20 coming to you. Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get that music back up and started. How y'all doing? Let's get the lemon into the water, right? Let's do the same thing we do every single day. And may God bless each and every one of you for being here. I didn't do my hair because, couldn't make it to the bathroom. And my team didn't even notice that my hair wasn't done. Like, I tell you what, man, when you're the CEO, you got to do everything, including combing your own hair. No, I'm just... Anyway, God bless everybody here on the live. Hey, it looks all right? Hey, is what it is. I did put some tallow in it last night, so it's all right. I smell like beef bacon. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's bring that music down just a tad. And let's get into BTC. Let's see what's happening here for Bitcoin. God bless you. I ruptured my Achilles tendon yesterday while playing paddle. Looks like I'm going to be in for a 2 to 4 month recovery, possible surgery. I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. I'm in a state where I have to submit to God yet again because I'm not in control. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to heal. I don't know when the pain will leave. I don't have answers to any of these questions. I don't know how I'm going to continue my business and can stay upbeat. But, I have faith that God will provide an answer for me. And I asked God, why did this happen to me? I researched how many people rupture their Achilles in the world. And it's a small percent. It's like 13. It's like 4%. I don't know. It's a small percent. And it's just crazy. But Yeah, I was playing paddle yesterday, and someone even called it here. He said it looks like you ruptured your Achilles. Non-contact. You need surgery to repair it. Sending healing prayers. Wow, yeah, like I got taken down, man. Not good. Not good. I'm beat up pretty bad. But with you guys and everyone in my life, somehow, some way, I'm sure I can make it through. So, hey, it is what it is. My leg is numb right now. I am on some type of painkiller. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be able to get through. My whole entire foot is like cold, and it looks purple, and it's not good. It's not good at all. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you. How you doing? You know, God's already taking care of me. This ruptured Achilles is nothing. I'll be okay. Just won't be able to drive the Lambo for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be all right. I'll make it through. But why me, man? Why the guy that goes live every day? But, you know, why not me, right? There's so many other... It could have been way worse. So, maybe it could have been so bad I would have had to gone to the hospital immediately. I may not be here. So, I got to look at all the big things in my life. I got beautiful kids. I got a beautiful wife. I love my house, a beautiful home. Material things that don't matter. But, hey, when the light pours into my house, it makes me happy, man. You know, let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin and break it down for each and every one of you today here. We're going to start with the top-down analysis. That's what I do every single day to kind of show you what's happening. And we can show you, let's show you a couple things here. Where's my, so I'm in a trade on weeks right now, just because, you know, time is moving fast. I'm going to trade on weeks because we just crossed above the 200 moving average on the 5-minute time frame. And it does look like we may be making a bit of a flag here. Massive liquidations yesterday with monster moves to the downside. You think a lot of people would speculate it's a good time to take some Bitcoin. And so a lot of people are going to chuck in longs. And there could be, that could overpower the shorts at this point. Because just too many people, you know, chucking into oversold areas. So, you know, $5.99, already up $100. You can make $100 off the $600. If you had a $600 account and you took this, you did it 4 times, 5 times, you double the account almost. You know what I mean? It's about trading small. It's a $28,000 trade. You don't have to be in big trades every day of your life. It's just about, hey, every time you win more, it adds more. So just keep adding to the stream. Hold on one second. We got the wrong window there. And my wife wouldn't come in and let me know. I got to tell her she's got to be a little more on point this week because of what's happening. I'm a little off. So she's just got to be able to see and watch the stream. Anyway, God bless everybody. I'm here now. And I got it. I got my own QC. So here we go. All right. But this is what I'm showing you. The fact that we're above the 200, make it a bit of a flag here on weeks. But let's start our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. So I hung out on this hidden bullish. I've seen it many, many times. No go. Kind of like this one in a way, or that would have been hidden bullish. You did get the bounce off this one, though, with the rejection. Then you trade the rejection. This one, we didn't get the bounce, which is strange. Usually you do get a bounce from hidden bullish divergence. Now it's negated because this is a lower low. Actually, no, it's still a higher low. It's still technically hidden bullish. You know, and it's still technically hidden bullish. You're still oversold. This could be a bottom. We could make a candle next to it, and we could reverse. There is a chance. I know it's not likely. I'm just going over all the possible scenarios for you, so you're not sitting there not knowing what's happening, just wondering what's going on, right? And again, today's a treacherous day to trade. Low volume. A lot of people got liquidated. Could be a day to stay away from the market. Everyone thinks they have to ape into the bottom. I aped into the bottom yesterday, made $2,000, walked away, went to go play paddle. It's not even pickleball. I played paddle, and it's not paddleball. It's called paddle. Specifically P-A-D-E-L, and it's basically pickle and tennis put together inside of a plexiglass space where the ball can bounce off the wall. It's pretty interesting. You're in this cage, and the ball can bounce off the wall. Pretty cool. I was really enjoying myself. I was playing really well. It was amazing. Next thing you know, I felt a pop in the back of my leg like you wouldn't believe. Felt like someone had hit me with a sledgehammer, and it makes sense. My Achilles ruptured. It pulled my calf way up into my leg. Boom. I thought I had to get rushed to the hospital immediately. I was able to drive home because it wasn't my right leg. If it was my right foot, I wouldn't be able to drive. So good thing it's not my right foot, so I could still drive. That's a blessing, right? I mean, I got to look at all the good things that have happened. I got to take all the good things right now out of it, extrapolate that information, and go from there. I can't do anything different, right? So whenever something bad happens to you, the first thing you got to do is start building positive energy into what it could have been worse. And say, you know what? I'm lucky this happened. I'm lucky that. And start building gratitude. You got to build gratitude out of the most negative situations, and that's the only way you're going to win mentally in every facet of life. You just got to keep pushing no matter what. No matter what. Just got out my river short. Big gains from Lifers Call 333. God bless you. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Sorry about the injury. You will heal and become stronger. Thank you. Paddleball. No. There's a new game called Paddle. Yeah. Paddle. It's a new game called Paddle. Okay? This is it. It takes place inside of a paddle, a racket sport that combines elements of tennis and squash. Yeah. It's a new game. It came out, I think, I don't know when it started. As of 2023, yeah, it's like a 2-year-old game. This thing just came out. And you're inside this thing with the plexiglass. See, you're in this cage with the plexiglass. And you can bounce it. It can hit the wall, then you can hit it. It's very interesting. It's so much fun. I was having a blast doing it. This is paddle, baby. You use these paddles with the holes in them. Certain type of paddle that you use too. And you use a tennis ball with less air in it. You learn something new every day on this channel, right? Paddle, right? So a racket sport. Okay, it was invented in 1968. Sorry. The sport is out to be invented in Acapulco, Mexico in 1968. He modified his squash court to a card, so it's been around a long time. But I never really heard about it until yesterday, a couple days ago, right? So I'm new to the paddle. Maybe you are too. All right. What racket sport they think of next? I know, right? They just got to sell more stuff with handles on them. You know what I mean? It's smart. Like insurance companies. Sell more insurance. There's got to be another product, another thing. Hey, I'm going to make up a game. I can sell it, right? So anyway, Hidden Bullish is still technically here. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci now from this impulse and see where we stand. But like we're coming back down to that 786 fib. Crazy. Kind of want to take it from here. You can even say maybe we come down to this 786, 64, 76,000. Okay, and that's also a big possibility from this wick to that wick. How do you choose which fib? Honestly, there's local fibs and bigger fibs. It depends on kind of what you're going after. You're going for a little bump or you want the bigger picture. It all depends on how you want to look at it. You can kind of, use fibs to the situation that you want to be in. How to use your Fibonacci. Hold Alt F. I think it's I might be Option F on a Macintosh, Alt F on a PC. And you see the 0.65 or the 0.618. You're not going to get the 0.65. You got to add that puppy in there. That's your golden pocket. Some people call it the platinum pocket, or I think the platinum pocket's a little lower. Right? Look, really, would it wonder us if we go around 68 again this time? Yeah, you guys really think the flag is bullish right now? Looks dumpy to me. I agree. I have both scenarios kind of out there, and anything could happen. So we're going to keep doing our top-down analysis till we kind of really whittle it away and see what's happening in the trade. Let me pop up the trade up here so I can see it while I do my thing. It's down 15 bucks. It's battling the 200 moving average. I didn't risk a lot because it's a low volume Friday. Not a good day to go hard in my humble of opinions, right? So anyway, but if you took the long we took yesterday, you would have been in the money. I just want to make that clear. We did call somewhat of a local bottom yesterday. That did pop back to an upside. Didn't hold it too well. So the 2-week chart to me is negated hidden bullish. Like you never see it like this. You don't just make it. To me, that's a wrap easy. Like that was your low. You kind of took out the low. So the 2-week chart is just now taking out the low. It hasn't closed yet. But that closes on Sunday night, and it looks like it's going to close on the low. And look, that's the right shoulder. Can't you see it? I got to be honest. I mean, shoulder, head, that's a mini right shoulder right there, and that's all you need for a move to the downside. I don't want to be the bearer of bears news, but it just looks like Bitcoin's headed back to $43,000, $38,000. Like, it sounds so weird for me to say that, but that's just what the TA is telling me. And we may get a chance to buy more and more Bitcoin. I stopped buying whole Bitcoins and half of Bitcoins right now because I may be able to get cheap. Right now I'm buying like $2,000, $3,000. I'm just buying a little bit as I go. And if this is the only chance I get to get it cheaper, so be it. I'm pretty happy with the Bitcoin holdings I do have, but I just feel like once you see the principle of Bitcoin, you buy more whenever you can because you understand why you bought it. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I bought Bitcoin because I was sick of being in the dollar. I was sick of watching the dollar drop. I didn't want to be in things that watch the dollar drop every time. And so that's the main reason I got into Bitcoin. So it makes sense for me to buy more Bitcoin whenever I see it just kind of on the lamb. When it's got its Achilles torn like this, I jump on into Bitcoin. No pun intended, right? Shout out to everybody here. How am I so upbeat on painkillers with a torn Achilles? A torn Achilles now. A torn Achilles. You ever do that? The two words go backwards like dyslexic? XCL and Sentinel are the best buys right now. I like that you said that. Let's take a look at those. We'll deep dive them too for everybody here and see what's happening. Perhaps Salmon. Hey, Sammy, notice the inverse cup and handle yet? Yes, we've talked about that a few times too as well. You could say like there's the handle up like that. It's not really a bigger handle. To me, it's just an inverted head and shoulder. I mean, a head and shoulder. Yeah, I'm still in the Minotaur bot trade. Yeah, that's going to be in forever. Yeah, pain and suffering does not stop us. No, it does not. And I tore mine playing football. It's painful. Get well, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. Wedding ring, I always say them backwards. You're funny. Redding wing, funny. XCL and Sentinel. We'll take a look at those. Thank you. Check out coffee. I don't know what coffee is. Sam, you could be like Tony Robinson. You're pure motivation, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, man. Tony Robbins. Isn't it Tony Robbins? Tony Robbins. Yeah. And I'm going to swing my leg up and elevate it if I can here. Oh, my gosh. Wow. This is insanity. So let's take a look. So this could be a head and shoulder pattern right now. I just want you to understand that. Measured move would be the neckline to the head, and it would cross this neckline and drop. And it tells us Bitcoin at least to 48K, right? We have some deep support. You have some good support here, too, at 70,000. We haven't tested 70K yet. It looks like we very well may. So anything could happen. In a second, we could boom back to the upside. You never know. Always be open-minded that anything is humanly possible, and just take it one step, one day, one moment at a time. That's just the key, okay? This is not too good because it's stretching. I think I need to bring this closer. That's way better. That's way better. I don't want to be stretching my calf muscle. I just want to be resting it there. Okay, so we're oversold here on the weekly. Coming back to the upside on that area. I mean, you never know. But what I don't like is whenever I see a weekly candle close below the main lows right there, that's a bearish sign, folks. That's a bearish sign. And this is a bear flag that just got started, no? That wants to head further to the downside. That head short on the 4-hour is playing out now that we talked about a few weeks back. The patience needed to hang on that trade is long, though. It's not easy, right? So, and now Bitcoin struggling below the 200 moving average, which tells me to jump on out of my trade. I'm done. I'm cooked. I lost 120. I'm not going to play a game. I'm probably not going to trade today. I got to go to the hospital or the doctor, and I got to fix my leg, and then I can get back into what I'm doing. But God bless everybody. We have elite traders in the group. I'm posting. I will not stop posting my updates for Bitcoin, and I won't stop working every single day. I can sit in front of a computer. I can use a screen, and I can get it done. Yeah, but now we're losing the 200. It does look bearish on the smaller time frames. All right. The weekly just looks like it's going to continue. I don't see how it doesn't end. And again, just like you short a weekly bottom, you short a weekly top now, right? Stop above there, and you see if this thing might just continue all the way back to 46,000. This could be one of the biggest trades of your life here. I just got to put this out here, you know? So it's telling me that it's more likely to short the market than to long it. And an entry right here with a stop above that wick very well may play out. And you just got to have some patience and some time for that one. It could take 6 to 7 weeks to hit a target at 60,000. It could take 2 weeks, 3 weeks to hit 72.26. So, and here we are, folks, on the precipice of what's really happening. You got to look at the charts. I know everyone thinks gold, institutions, they always have a story for you of how it's going to go higher. They always lie. They want to suck in retail every time into every asset. Every asset is a way just for the big boys to take your money. It doesn't matter what the asset. Bitcoin, gold, silver, it doesn't matter. Look at all the people that aped into gold at the top there. That wasn't a good look for them, okay? That's why we sold gold into the green pumps, right? You sell into the pumps. Understand? You sell into these pumps. Very important. You're selling into the pump. All right? That's why I always sell early, because I at least take advantage of the pump. All right? You're not it's better to sell early than to race in at the top. Remember that. Okay? So that weekly, in my humble opinion, this very well could be, even this could be a little mini right shoulder. That's a head. That's a right shoulder. I even see that as a head and shoulder. I see this as a possible head and shoulder. The right shoulder could be very small compared to the other one. It doesn't have to be perfect. You got to be able to read the signs. Okay, let's take a look here at the 5-day chart. Bearish city. That's headed down to the 200 moving average. When you lose the daily 200, you head to the 2-day 200 moving average. When you lose the 2-day 200, you head to the 3-day 200. When you lose the 3-day, you head to the 4-day 200 moving average. That's right where we just hit. Look, you lose the 4-day, you go to the 5-day moving average. I've back-tested this. I've studied it. That's why I use all these time frames, because I watched the succession of the 200 moving average. I got more and more obsessed with this strategy and this idea, and it started to pay off. So here, this is how you can kind of, so it's like with 90% accuracy now, we're coming down to this 200 moving average, $71,000 BTC. A little bit of bull div on the 5-minute time frame, suggesting maybe, just maybe, but that could also come down even lower before you get, but that's slight bullish divergence. You see it? So here's your hopium copium. Somehow, some way you bounce off the 4-day 200 moving average. and you make yourself, you know what I mean? You make yourself some type of inverted head and shoulder here, you get a bounce off the 200. That's the idea, but there's, you know, no real way of knowing that for sure. And so, anyway, so yeah, that's your hopium copium, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You hold this 4-day 200 moving average. It looks very unlikely, folks, but I'm always there to give you kind of the last possible resort idea there. But that doesn't look good to me. I have to be honest to you. That looks bearish. Looks very bearish. Doesn't look amazing. So, you know, and again, that's why you scalp. You get in and out. You take your money quick. Scalping is amazing because it doesn't really matter what the market's doing. We can just keep going and stay on our own schedule. Keep pushing, keep going, and it does not stop. So that's what we're looking at here. Let's kind of move back into from the 4-day, 2-day back to the daily chart. So let's take a look at the daily. The daily, to me, is in a bear flag. Remember, touching the 21 below the 200. You head down to the target 90% of the time. Look, you made a shoulder, head, right shoulder. That entry right there, and we dipped. All right? Yesterday, I threw it in, and I did take, you know, I caught a falling knife just to get a move back, but it doesn't look like. Look at this, 82,550, Bitcoin tumbling. Bitcoin absolutely tumbling now to the downside, taking a beat down. And you can see, I mean, what's going to stop it? There's no, where's your next daily support or resistance? It's really right here, somewhere at about, right there. It's 77,000 is your next stop, and it's very close. And then I see us coming down into this choppy area here. The target of the measure move is $61,000 BTC, so this isn't looking good. This is starting to look pretty messy, and it's not amazing at all. I am not a fan of this. It's bearish. Okay? You got to be able to see this. Like anyone telling you, buy the bottom. No. This is a bigger collapse. Shoulder, shoulder, kind of two shoulders. An M pattern that got rejected by the 4-hour 200 moving average. I told you, here was your copium yesterday, right? When we got I said, we need to make a right shoulder here. No way. You fell off. So now let's take a look. The 4 hours a little far away from the 21-day moving average. Now you want to look at your 1 hour. Your 1 hour is in a bear flag. I believe you should short this to the downside right now. In my humble opinion, your stochastics are high. That's a short. Highly likely to $75,000. I'm sorry to say, but I see a short here, folks. And here's your risk-to-reward ratio. It's about a 2.5 risk-to-reward ratio. It's not the best. You'd have to get a little down here to get a 3. And you could go right there to get a 3. But to me, this is the most likely scenario. You're going to the downside. I'm calling a short right now to the downside for Bitcoin. That's likely what's going to happen. I'm not second guessing that. It's just, it looks very likely. The only reason why you might get a bounce is the 21's away from the 200. But man, that looks bearish to me. 15-minute also looks bearish. Doesn't look good. 5-minute lost the 200 moving average, which shows that it doesn't have strength. 1 minute is likely below the 202, which is the beginning of dumps when the 1 minute loses the 200 moving average. Do I know what's going to happen for sure? No. Am I 100%? No. Could Bitcoin just rip to the upside out of nowhere? Yes. Anything could happen here at any moment in time. But right now, the probability is to the downside. Remember, there's less people in the market. And so what I see happening, honestly, I see 1, 2, 3, probably 4, maybe 4 more hours of sideways price action, and then boom, this thing completes a dip further to the downside. So I'm looking for Bitcoin to dump. And let's take a look at Bookmap. Does it coincide with what I'm saying? It does. It has $81,000 Bitcoin here all the way down. And so it's telling us we're likely going to go further to the downside. Also, I have back problems from having to sit at my desk for too long. And so, like, sitting is not a good look for me at all. This is going to be a very tough couple of months for me. I am going to be tested with the will of wills and see how bad I really want this this YouTube life, man. This is how bad. How bad do you want it, Sam? Do you want it worse more than anybody else? I guess God's me. How bad do you want that Guinness Book of World Record streak? How bad do you want to be able to go every single day? The universe, God, they're going to find out where I'm made of right now. I'm nervous about the surgery. I have to tell you, we got rid of health insurance just a few months back, and now look at this. I have a serious problem. We were paying like 40 grand a year for it, and then we were paying more when we got stuff too. It was only covering things. So if we had a serious issue, we were paying 40 grand and more. I figure I just pay myself. This surgery will probably cost me 30 grand. And if no one else gets hurt throughout the year, but I mean, it's also a pretty, you can also get buried, man. I don't know. I'm in a weird state right now. Yeah. Probably maybe not a good idea to get rid of that health insurance. I don't know, though. This will be an amazing chapter in your book. Amen. I guess it's kind of depressing to hear that, though. When you say that, like, I'm happy you said that, but I'm also like, oh, God. Like it didn't have to be. You know what I mean? Like, could I have just stretched? Maybe I wore the right shoes. I keep going over and over again. Why? I wish I had stayed home. There was traffic. I almost canceled. But I don't cancel on someone if I say I'm going to be there. Right? Bitcoin does have big red above at 85.5, though, suggesting we could go higher. Honestly, you never know. You never know. Maybe it rips back to the upside out of nowhere. Maybe they're playing games, low liquidity. So what you're looking for, again, is if the 5-minute can get back above the 200. If it does, then you've got yourself a chance. For me, I think the smart move would be to avoid this, because if they do want a short squeeze right now, they're going to pump it up. And I probably shouldn't even be trading until my mind is like somewhat right, because I'm just not in the right state of mind. I'm on a painkiller. My head hurts. Like my other knee is starting to hurt now because I'm sitting, and my right knee hurts when I sit. It's just this. I'll be honest, man. This sucks. Yeah. Patience, young Padawan. Thank you. About to lose my life savings. Thoughts on gold and silver. Why would you put all your money in gold and silver at the last second and lose your... I mean, who that? Man. You know, your life savings is your life and your body, though, not your money. You can always create life savings from your energy. So your life savings isn't... You never really lost your life savings. Your life savings... Anyone can turn their life around once they turn their energy around. That's 100% fact. So you never lost your life savings because you are your life savings, not the money. And keep telling yourself that. Tell yourself the energy that you create, the energy that you form, that's your life savings. You're not life savings. Like, money isn't your life savings. People think it is, but you are the one who created the money in the first place. So what really is the life savings? It's you, man. You can save your life, not the money. So repeat after me, man. I will make it better. I will win, and they won't stop, right? Bitcoin, $65,000 in April target. I think you might be correct there. Yeah. My money is a distraction from my wealth. Make sure you negotiate a cash price with the hospital. There's a different price for self-pay. Thank you so much for saying that. Your energy is what matters. You could turn your energy into millions of dollars. Thank you. Does anyone think it's good not to have health insurance? Anyone agree with me? We were paying $3,000 a month. Months went by, nothing happened. Every time we went, like I went to the hospital, I still got charged $1,000. So, and then one day we went to get something and they said, oh, without health insurance, this would be $300. With health insurance, it's $500. And so it's more expensive with health insurance? And and this happened like 5 times. We started doing the math and it realized like we actually were going to save money, not without health insurance. Anyone else agree with me? This is insanity. What's happening here in America, it's such a backward system. It doesn't make any sense. Our health insurance system is insane. It gouges, it charges people so much for their prescription drugs, which doesn't make any sense. It's really strange. Go to a sports doctor. Don't just go to any doctor for the surgery. Thank you. Yeah, look into Fountain of Life and maybe consider some kind of catastrophic plan only. People who are in good health most likely don't need it until they're older. If you eat well, exercise daily, that is health insurance. I know. We were self-employed. Safest bet is lower premium, highest deductible. You could trade tax-free in health savings account. Interesting. If we didn't bottom in April at 65, then the bottom will be in November at 33. I agree with you on that, man. This is a possibility. The real health insurance is expensive here because the people who don't pay are paying for all the other people who can't pay. You could carry a policy with high deductible which covers very high events. Yeah, exactly. Health insurance is mandatory in Massachusetts, unconstitutional, 100%. They used to force me to do it, and then they would tax, they would say, then they would always miss that I had it, then they would claim I didn't, and they would charge me. They did it a few years back. They charged me thousands of dollars. I had to go and prove that I had health insurance. I was like, what are you talking about? I've had health insurance the whole time. Yeah, Massachusetts is a scam, 100%. It's high because a lot of people don't care of their health and actually have to use the insurance all the time. In the Netherlands, you need to have self-insurance or you get a fine. Get better, lifer. I pray you heal fast. Yeah. How are people buying after looking at these charts? This should be dumping. You know what you got to do is you got to buy the lows no matter what. But yes, I agree with you. I mean, there's a chance this is an Adam and Eve It's got some vibes to it, but I'll be honest, the bigger time frames have now lost key areas. Like, it is what it is. Like, when that monthly lost the other monthly support, you got to decide. So I'm just telling you, the odds are, even if I'm wrong, it defies the odds. I'm just telling you, the odds are to the downside. And be like, no, how do you know that? Like, you know, it's like, it's such an easy scapegoat, right? Your odds are better than our odds, but it's just the facts, right? Does anyone know anyone here in Tampa area, Tampa, Sarasota area that does, whatever, orthopedic surgery? It looks like I'm going to need surgery, which is really weird too. And that makes me nervous about missing the stream. Like, how long will I be laid up? When will the surgery be? When do I have to get to the hospital? When will I get out? These are questions I don't have the answer to. I have never missed my stream since February of 2021. I don't plan on it. I'm in a weird state right now. I'm in a battle for my life, man. I'm in a battle for my life. I'm making bank shorting strategy via Masters 2x leverage. Insane. Short. That's awesome, man. Speedy recovery, Sammy. God bless. Opium. Stream from the hospital. Someone said, don't get surgery. Got to be some of the best doctors down there. Yeah. Yeah. Lifer stream during surgery. Yeah, got to check out the first non-surgical options. A surgeon will always say you need surgery. Lifer getting out of the market. You will stream even for 5 minutes. It'll count. Thank you. Be cheaper. Go to a school to teach yourself to be a doctor and then pay the doctor bills. I know, right? And then just fix myself. CZ and Trump fan. Why? You're such a weirdo. Just stay positive, dog run, man. It doesn't. If you can't control it, what does it matter? Scream and yell, oh, I told you. What a waste of your energy, man. Focus on you, brother. You can't tell CZ or Trump what to do, so what does it matter? What does it matter complaining about them? You know what I mean? They're going to do what they do. They run the world. They're billionaires, man. You're a little peon. Just like me. I'm a little peon. I'm a little nothing with my little millions. I'm a nobody, bro. You have to, I mean, I don't mean to be rude. I feel like I'm a somebody in the face of God, but when it comes to financial terms, like, I'm not a big shot, man. Never was, never will be. I'm a man of God, man. I don't want to become, even if I can't become worth billions, it's all God's will, man. I put out something to the group today. A rich man is rich, but without God, he is not rich, because what is it to be rich without God? See? To stand at the right hand of the Father, man. God bless you all. South Florida might have better doctors for that specific injury. Yeah. Every time I come back, he's drawing something different. Yeah, exactly, because it changes every day. Of course I'm drawing something different. Some days I'm on the 1 minute, sometimes on the 5 minute. If I wasn't drawing something different, I'd be an absolute a complete idiot, man. You're so crazy. Like, it's like if you watch me fight Kung Fu every day and you're like, wow, he actually used a different move this time. Yeah, like, what, I'm going to trade the same move every day? Price action is going to be exactly the same? It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven. Amen. Never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You can only take what you got away. I love what you said that. You deserve to take care of yourself. Don't worry about the stream. You've given us the tools. This little baby crying like he just diagnosed with cancer. Wow. A lot of haters out there. God bless you, man. Thank you for hating on me. I hope you have a great day. Remember, if you're writing nasty things to somebody, you're in a bad place in life. Your frequency is very low. I never say bad things to people because that means my frequency is low. When I do, actually, I don't say never because I make mistakes too. But I catch myself and I say, that's bad frequency. Shout out to Brooklyn Knights. We love you, man. So sorry that you're in a bad place in life and your frequency's so low you want to push people down. Everyone, tell Brooklyn Knights we love them. Say love you, BK Knights. He needs love, man. He needs love because he's clearly hurt. A hurt person hurts people. Remember, victims are victims of victims. Victims create victims. You gotta love the haters, man. If you didn't make anything of yourself, no one will hate on you. It's amazing that people hate on me. It means I did something with my life. When I was alone and depressed, working the night shift, nobody hated on me. I love this. When I was alone on the night shift, nobody hated on me. Once I got a Rollie and a Lambo, they all came out the woodwork calling me names, telling me the Lambo looks like a PUSSY color. You only bought a Huracan because you're a BIATCA. You know what I mean? Like, it was nuts. You wouldn't believe it. Then a lot of love, too. A lot of people said, man, Sammy, you're the best. Let's talk about the people that said the great things. They said, you inspired me. That Lambo says anybody can do it. We love you, Sammy. We knew you were going to get there. Sambo, Lambo, Lamborghini. We love you. So I'm going to focus on the love, man. I love the love, baby. I live in love. I love love. I spread love every single day. Keep up the circulation, elevation. You got it. Thank you. If you're a hater on stream that you choose, then who is the idiot? Amen. Yeah. 100%. Remember, your worst enemy is your subconsciousness. I like what he just said. Your worst enemy is your subconscious mind. You must reprogram it. Yeah. But tell Burger King Knight, that's so funny. But BK Knights, we love you, man. And I know you're hurting inside. Love to love you. Yeah, exactly. We love you, man. We know you're hurting inside. Maybe you were just joking. Maybe you're my friend and you're like, yeah, crying like a baby. It's all right. Maybe I got to be a little less sensitive too. Who knows? I'm here, man. I'm here. Lamborghini is classic. It is, right? I mean, it's exactly what it's got to be. Obamacare, it did. Obama messed everything. Obamacare messed everything up. It really did. So the odds are this is going to go lower. We told you that already. We looked at the bigger picture. Maybe something happens on the smaller time frames and we get it moved to 86.2, but the odds are lower. The odds are this is going to go sideways for, I'd say, 4 to 3 hours and then continue to collapse. I mean, maybe it comes up, makes a right shoulder, but it doesn't even look like a generalized right shoulder. It looks more like a bear flag touching the 21-day moving average. One thing is, though, the 21 is a little far away from the 200. It's always mixed signals. So what I do is I buy spot Bitcoin in any time it dips. I have no other choice. I don't over leverage. I don't make massive trades. I buy spot Bitcoin. 16 is huge. I mean, that's great fear. And it tells you that, you know, we can get back to 10 and 11 again. That's some of the best prices. And whenever this has been at 16, that's one of the greatest prices ever. That is the greatest, in my humble opinion, one of the greatest times to buy BTC. But you know what's crazy is when you buy Bitcoin in the dips, it always seems like it's going to go way lower. I'll be honest. All the times I bought Bitcoin at the best price, the charts even said it was going to go way lower. And things didn't look good at all. It was actually the worst day ever. Like it's just the sentiment was horrible. Nothing looked good. It looked like we were going to take an absolute dump to the downside and just not make it. And who would have thought I'm sitting down. Look at this. Sammy is sitting down. I'm never sitting down, man. So crazy. If you're trolling Burger Knights, why waste your time here? Hey, you know what? He loves me, man. People are obsessed with me. They love the voice. They know I'm good looking. They like the blue eyes. They can't help it, man. You know what I mean? They like the suit. They like the pizzazz. It's like, have you ever been... I used to be down and out, and I used to hate on people that I wish I was like. I did. I promise you I did. One day I came home from a bad job, my boss, and I saw a guy on YouTube, and I'm like, look at this guy. I was in a bad place mentally. So I've done everything, all the haters that have done to me, I've done all that stuff, man. I've been in bad frequency, low frequency. I know what it's like. I've been there too. You know what I mean? And that's why I don't go there anymore, because it didn't do anything for me. It actually hurt my own body. I learned my frequency is everything I do to others. If I'm good to others, I have high frequency. If I'm bad to others, I have low frequency. So how I treat the world is how I treat myself. If I'm treating the world with love and respect, I'm going to receive that, and I'm going to have high frequency. If I'm treating the world with callous talk, negative nastiness, then that's likely what I'm going to receive. So, Sammy, check the liquidity. It's all to the upside. Why would Bitcoin dump? Anything is possible, man. Yeah. I've seen liquidity to the upside and on us not go up. I've seen it happen. To be honest, there's still some liquidity down here at 78,000. I see Big Red, though. Big Red is pretty big. Let's get rid of this for a second. I'm going to refresh this. I had it running all night, so when Bookmap runs for like 12 to 13 hours, it's good to take a break from it. I want to talk about something. I don't have a referral link. I probably should get one. So I guess I'll wait until I get a referral link. But earn to own marketplace about support. Stakers fun. Blog. But I like this wealth. Commonwealth is pretty cool. And to be able to get into IPOs early, really interesting idea and topic. All right. We had Big Red at 55K when we topped out at 48,000. Exactly. Yours is paid Bookmap. Yes, paid Bookmap. Yes. I work with They came to me one day and said, we like what your style. We like what you do. We'd like to work with you. And they paid me a commission. It worked well. And then after 2 years, they said, it's not working out. But so now I just get a commission. I don't get paid. I used to get paid like a sponsorship. Like it was like a couple grand a month. It was like $2 or $3 grand a month or something. Bookmap would pay me just to talk about Bookmap. And I liked it. I used it. It worked. Then they pulled back on that $24,000 write-off and decided I just wasn't worth the sponsorship anymore. Even though I was the most running stream and everyone that I worked with did really well in business, but I don't know what happened. So now I only get a commission for Bookmap. That's fine. And I provide you guys the data every single day, and that's okay. You don't win every battle. You don't get everything. But yeah. Would you say gold is in a falling wedge in the 1 hour? Who cares about the pants with those blue eyes? Thank you. I got pants on. I put pants on for everybody because I didn't want you to think I was a scrub. So I put my blue pants, my navy blue pants. I got a cane. I put on my navy blue pants, everybody. I ain't playing with you guys. Make sure I usually have. I got my zipper actually zipped up this time. Anyway, I got some pants on, all right? I got pants on. In case you just, you wanted to make sure, I got some navy blue pants on. I feel like such an old man. I'm putting a cane down. I feel like this is what's going to be like when I'm old, man. 30 quick years from now, I'll be 73 with a cane. Yeah, so I'll be honest. I mean, I see red right there at 81,000. The closest red is 81K. So that's where we're likely going. You go to the closest red zone, and that's right there at 81,000. It's a good reason why you want to kind of restart your book map. And so there's just way more liquidity down at 81K. It suggests we are going lower. I'm telling you right now, the bigger time frames have closed below previous candles. That's bearish. This is likely going lower, down to $75,000 BTC. Okay? I'm not here to BS you. I'm not here to tell you it's going up only. I don't do that. I don't shill altcoins on you, right? For the past few years, I've been just giving it to you TA straight, man. People come to me, hey, can you talk about our coin? No, I don't. And that goes to everybody. I will not talk about a coin. You can't pay me to discuss your project. We don't do that here. We sell my Discord. We have partnerships with exchanges. It's a really simple business model over here. I sell my own products because I can only back my own products. I don't know what someone else is doing. I don't know what their coin's going to do. They're not going to rug my reputation. No way, baby. I'm not letting that happen. So, and again, if you really love your reputation and your parents raised you right, you can't just... See, if you didn't have a good backbone, like I came from like 3 generations of Irish bricklaying and ironworking, and I've got a backbone. I actually have integrity, My father and my grandfather dressed just like I did every single day, really. My dad was on point. My dad looked nice. My dad gave me 100 ties when he died. You know what I mean? He literally gave me probably 50. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but my dad gave me so many ties. A couple months before he died, he said, here, take my ties. I always hear the Challenge Gambino bar from sweatbands when haters come at you. Don't be mad because I'm doing better than you doing. Hey, man, so many people hate on me because I'm doing better than them. And especially when the market's not in a good spot, people are like, damn, how's he doing good? We made thousands of dollars last week. I showed you how to do it. Like I made Polymarket, gold, silver, Bitcoin, you name it, we nailed it. And then I had to boof. Someone said all the gains ruptured your Achilles, Sam. You couldn't take the weight of the gainitis. Shout out to Grills Crypto Gang. I love you, man. You've been so active. And I felt like you were hooking people up when I was down and out last night. And that's the type of lifers I need. See, what I need, people, this is what happens. I'm down and out. So let me just explain. I'm in the trading group. I'm the boss of the group. I run the Google ad. I'm on Google basically I'm on Google. I'm on YouTube, which is owned by Google, and I do it every single day. So I attract millions, hundreds of thousands of people, right? Our stream has gotten 16 million views in total right now, right? So we attract the people into the Discord. And then every once in a while, there's someone that goes, oh, I'll join that Discord, and then I'll and when I'm down and out, they'll try to snipe. I'm looking for lifers that are down and out that want to help me. That want to help secure the Discord, to keep it solid. And I know God will provide those people. God will keep my Discord secure no matter what. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm not saying I'm going anywhere. I just want to let you know, all right? I need my peoples, man. This is where I find out who is who. This is where God challenges you. Are you loyal to the lifer or are you a grime? You know what I mean? And again, I know 99% of people here are loyal to the lifer. You're amazing people. And I love you. So this looks like a nasty short. At the same time, if the 5 minute gets back above, you know what? I wouldn't even do the 5. I would do the 7. Here's the deal. I don't know what's going to happen. It looks more bearish than bullish to me. But if the 7 minute comes up, if it flags out and the 21 touches it, there is a trade there. And there's probably an entry somewhere at 84 up to about 86. I think that's 80. Yeah, up to 86.5. So in at 84.4 up to 80. That's a $2,000 move for Bitcoin that I'm already kind of projecting. So I think I would trade it on the 7. Where can you trade the 7 minute time frame? For some reason, you could trade it on Pionex. They don't have the 7 minute everywhere, but they do. Or is it the 3 minute on Pionex? Yeah, the 3 minute. I'd like the 7 minute, technically, And so there's really only 4 exchanges that I'm going to mess with on a regular basis. You're talking BTCC, We're talking Pionex, okay? And we're talking Weeks and MEXC, all right? MEXC was giving you 0 fees on Silver, man, hooking people up, which means, you know, 0 commission, 0 fees, man. So there you go. So I see Bitcoin going lower. I've kind of said my statement, but if it does something that is against the odds and comes up, I also see a way to trade it. So my trading strategy is insane because it doesn't matter what I think's going to happen. I trade whatever I see. That's how you have to be. Mark Douglas trading in the zone. You have to get your mind inside of a state where you just don't know what's happening. You don't know what's going to happen. You have no clue. I'm just making sure it really is my Achilles because you can push a hole right into my, like that tendon is so strong on my right leg. It's like, you can feel it. It's like a brick wall. It goes all the way down to the back of the leg. And when I feel my other ankle, like there's just nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just completely like, it's immobilized. Like I don't got nothing there. I definitely don't even have, it's like it's gone. It's so weird, bro. Like your leg is just immobilized. Anyway, so this is what I see happening for Bitcoin. And again, look at that head short on the 4 hour. We talked about it here, right? Putting the stop loss on the other side of the 200, give you the money now. It would have taken a long time. We started in the head short right here after this wick. I took this short, if you remember, we nailed it. It was one of the best shorts we hit. Remember? Boom. And we called the double bottom and we got out. I guess we could have shorted again there at that perfect time of the rejection of the 200. But mixed signals to me wasn't as good. Power of prayer and God is real. The healing you will feel. Bless you and fam and all the lifers. Everyone's going to pray for me here on this group. And Reliable J, man, thank you so much for what you said yesterday. That thing is cool, man. That snap-on box, man. My short is still banging. God bless you, Cherry City Bullies. Still in the money, my man. I suggest massage. I've healed a lot of things with massage, yeah. Quiet your mind so you can hear the answer. Buddha. A man has 100 problems until he is unhealthy. Then he has one problem. Isn't that crazy? It's so funny. It really put my life into perspective. I thought I had all these issues. I didn't. I was healthy. I had no issues. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is happening. Stress. There was no stress. I made the stress. Like, you know, now I think God did this to me to put things into perspective. Years from now, I'm going to be a better man, more patient. I'm going to understand more because of this injury. This injury is going to help me mentally in some way, shape, or form. I'm so grateful for this Achilles rupture. It's already taught me so much. You know, I didn't run back to a crutch that I didn't run back to drinking alcohol or to taking drugs because I was in pain. You know? So I think that was God trying to teach me, you're so strong. You're not even going to run back to your old ways because this isn't going to help anyway. You're going to find a way to make it no matter what. And I really believe that's why this happened to me. You know? I really do. Like, so I am actually, I'm happy that this happened to me. You'd be like, you're insane, Sam. How are you? Because there's got to be gratitude in everything. I'm grateful for this ruptured Achilles, man. It's going to teach me something about life. It's going to teach me something about patience. It's going to make me a better person in the long run. I know I don't see that now. I know I can't see that all. I know it's not, you know, but there's a chance. So look, do we get another tweezer bottom idea here? Shoulder. Remember, I keep the hopium alive if it's there. This could be shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. A complex inverted head and shoulder with a bounce off the lows. 16 on the fear and greed. My goodness. That's a place to buy BTC. And so, hey, it is what it is, man. 82,800 for Bitcoin. Looks like we're going to 81. I have a contingency plan if the 7-minute gets above the 200. If we get a move, it's golden. But if it's likely that's not happening. It's likely we are going lower, folks. Even that looks very ugly. It's like a diamond, but it's mixed. It's a descender with a... That is a messy chart. And day after, you know, so you had Fed meeting. You have a lot of ups and downs. I think like one of our destroyers went blank the other day. People thought it was rumors it was going to Iran, you know. So... This is almost like a slanted up cat ears too. Like it kind of like, you see? I see cat ears in there. Even with this, you just negate that and head and shoulder right in there. See shoulder, head, right shoulder. You did take a little bit of a dip. I could see it both ways. I got to be more bearish than bullish for Bitcoin. It is what it is. That's what I see happening for BTC. Let's take a look at the total market cap and dig deeper. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance too as well, and just kind of get a bigger picture of what's going on. Today is my macro technical analysis video. I guess I'm still going to do it no matter what. Nothing. I got to keep pushing, man. It's really not that bad. I took 2 painkillers and my legs just numb and cold because the blood is like not flowing to it correctly anymore, right? But besides that, I'm all right. So like we looked for this to be a tweezer bottom. Last night we called the bottom when this tweezer bottom, and you enter here with a stop below the wick at 2.74. But me, and I've done that. You know, I did it here. I like these tweezer bottom calls. I started just tweezer bottoming. Like, it's so simple. But look at total, man. It has lost some key areas now. It was in the trend line that had to hold. Look at that. Like, that trend line's not holding anymore. It's even more aggressive. You're outside the trend line. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And is crypto over for good? Like, the people just not, I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense. Bitcoin spot has 500 Bitcoin sell order up at 7 a.m. this morning at 86K. Also 110 perp rent. And it seems like up at some point today, in my opinion. Yeah, if we get above the 7 minute, then I'll be able to call the long. Really simple stuff. You see what I mean? You don't have to call it. You don't have to speculate even like that. Yeah. Peptide therapy clinic. It's what all the pro athletes use to deal with injuries like yours. It's actually helped heal my shoulder and lower back. Google BPC15 and TBD 500 blend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would love not to get surgery. Is there any way I don't have to get surgery? Can this heal without surgery? You know what I mean? Wolverine blend peptide therapy. Interesting. And I'm sure Cell Forward has a lot of that. I took Wolverine stack and my thoughts on BBC. Interesting. Look at this guy. Why I stopped BBC. Like, see, I always look at the different things. Look at this guy. He says why he stopped doing it. Why I stopped peptides April 24th. Maybe it looked great and he didn't need it anymore. Someone says you look great for 29 years old. That's funny. Healed so many issues for me. I could only move my frozen shoulder with limited movement. Now 100%. Doctors wanted to operate. Thanks, BBC and TB saved me from surgery. Look at that. Sleep is where the body repairs itself 8 hours. So the stem cells could get in there and possibly repair the tendon, right? Without having surgery. I'm open-minded. I could be one of the first person to heal it differently than everyone else in the world. Technology is changing. New things are happening. So I'm telling people we're going to the downside. They want to look at liquidity and ideas, and maybe you never know. But I'm just showing you it's likely we go sideways on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're right, though. It's almost, see, it's still an ascending triangle here. We keep battling this $83,000 level, too. It's very interesting. Huh. It's tough. It could go either way. To me, I got to rely on the 5 and the 7 minute. I mean, you're technically below the 200, touching the 21. I mean, you are getting some type of rounding here, though. Rounded bottoms pay the bills, right? You're starting to round out, which when you round out, that's technically a higher low. A tweezer bottom. If that closes, you can tweezer bottom this with a stop below this wick here, you see? Could even use maybe that candle body there at about 82.7. But look, a tweezer bottom here played out. A tweezer bottom here played out. That one did not. It got a wick down. Now you got to see if we can tweezer bottom above this POC here at 82.8. Thank you for that peptide therapy idea. Right? What's your opinion on DCing into alts right now? Also, you have mental fortitude. You'll definitely overcome this. I appreciate all that you do. Thank you. Mind giving us a good copper company TA, maybe ERO, Banker, someone right. Let's take a look at Banker. Let's take a look at copper when I finish this total market cap idea here. So let's take a look at the monthly and the total market cap. Still has more hidden bullish. We're still way higher of a low than Bitcoin. You see this? So the total market cap has hidden bulls still. There's a chance we could close a monthly candle. So this is interesting. Bitcoin came back down, but the altcoins not as bad. So the altcoins are holding us a little better than Bitcoin. Interesting, right? And look at that, 82,700 Bitcoin getting the dump easy to the down peasy. I just see more downside, folks. I could be wrong. It tells me we're going down. And the measured move is $75,000 Bitcoin. Nobody likes to hear when it's not their trade. See, I don't have a trade that I'm locked into. I'm locked into the open-mindedness. See, I fell in love with open-minded trading. I didn't fall into I know where it's going to go trading. I know it's going to go. Traders get wrecked, man. It's got to be this way. Here's the liquidity. A lot of time. And another thing, here's the deal. When I started trading, not many people talked about liquidity. Like 7 years ago, the average person just looked at charts and, then everyone got into liquidity. Everyone got into this and that. And now I see people use the word liquidity. They have no idea what they're talking about. They just repeat what someone said. They watched a few YouTubers. They've been YouTubing for like 4 years, maybe. Like, I'm messing with you. But they've been YouTubing for a couple years. Maybe they've been really trading for 5 years. They're 29 years old. They started trading at 25. You have to remember, even my life experience makes me a better trader. I got more patience than a 28-year-old person. I've been through so much more patient. I'd had to wait for way more things than them. It's just the facts. No one can beat your elder gifts. You've got gifts for getting older that people can't get when they're younger, man. It's called wisdom, experience, and intelligence. You can be super smart at 25 years old, but you just don't have wisdom. Wisdom comes with experience and time. It's really time. Time and experience creates wisdom, or time and knowledge creates wisdom. Not saying you can't be one of the smartest people in the world to get things done, but you still will be restless at times when I'm not. You'll still be waiting for something when I'm not. You'll still be like, oh, why isn't this happening? When I'm like, listen, young Padawan, it'll happen in its own time, right? I've understood this idea for a long period of my life, and I've been through, I lost $1 million twice, everyone. Twice. I was out of the rat race with one with 800 grand, one with like 920. It wasn't $1 million exactly, but 2 times in my life, I got into the like $800,000 level, felt like everything was going to go my way, and I went back down to like 100 grand, 200 grand, 80 grand. Oh my God. And I said, what the heck? I was out of the rat race. I could have gotten out, and I didn't. Look, a bit of a cup and handle here for Bitcoin on the smaller time frames. See, everyone can make predictions. I'm trying to show you how it's going to happen. See, let me just make a point. I just want to, because if you really conceptualize what I'm doing on this channel, it'll help you understand a little bit. I could come out here, show you the daily, and make a prediction. I could say there's liquidity, we're going up, and make a big overall idea. I want to show you how price action makes it to the next time frame. So I'm not really trying to be right here. You see, most people show you the car and they just open it up and do this. I'm trying to show you every little bolt that went into the carburetor. You get it? Instead of they're going to say, hey, the engine starts when you turn the key. I'm trying to show you the combustion inside, the pistons moving. I'm trying to show you exactly how the formation of price action is forming. So the next time you get into something like this, you have more knowledge than you had before on the smaller time frame. So I'm not here just trying to, I don't know what's happening. I'm showing, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? And I'm coming to this epiphany right now in my own mind. So on this stream, I'm showing you how price action turns from the 1 minute to the 5 to the 7 to the 15 to the 1 hour. So you can identify reversals by coming to this channel. You'll be really good at identifying reversals. You'll be really good at finding tops if you stick with me. Because this is what we do every day. Okay? It doesn't mean I have to trade it every single day of my life. I am, And so, if this fails, then okay, you're looking for failed moving. If you don't get back above the 5-200 and you end up dumping that day back, wow, I remember that now. 5-minute 200 is that important. Fake out, fake down. So they faked it up, they faked it down, they got it tight. They're going after the 100x leverage traders, the 50x leverage traders. They're going after you strong right now. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. I'm going to attempt to raise my leg again. I don't want to pull the muscle here. Just want to be easy on it. Wow. This is crazy. This is interesting. I have to be honest. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for kicking it with me. Thank you for being here, man. I still got 1,200 people here on the live. It's weird. You get in your head. I thought when everyone thought I got hurt, they were going to just bail on me. Oh, he's not going to be a good trader anymore because he's hurt. So he's out. But I got my mind, right? I can still trade, man. I got my mind. I still got my mind. And you people make me motivated and alive. And I'm so appreciative to be here with each and every one of you. So thank you. Thank you. And I already made my positive affirmations. This Achilles tendon is going to teach me patience and love. I'm going to be more compassionate to other people. I'm going to understand people's pains. This pain will make me just more connected to other people's pain. And I believe if, one of my friends said he sees me as a pastor, maybe this will help me in some way fulfill that goal for God and to spread God's will and God's life. God's will and God's good energy, right? And the life of Jesus that told the story, man. The book of John, the book of James, baby. The one who hears God. My name is Samuel. Samuel in Hebrew. The one who hears God. The one who's listening for God. Like, I'm always out there like, God, what are you saying? Let me hear you. That's what Samuel means in Hebrew. All right. 82.9, struggling. I'm telling you right now, today is a tough day to trade. Some people are going to feel like they have to get this bottom, and today they have to get it in. I take it easy today. Especially we had a really good couple of weeks of trading. We don't need to go too hard. We need to just relax and keep it easy. Keep it easy. My wife picked out the uniform today because I couldn't even make it to the dressing room. Baby, you did an amazing job. I look great. Wait, no. There you go. Wrong button. I'm not trying to laugh at my wife. She did an amazing job. Let me have some more water. It can't hurt to hydrate. Can't believe I got laid up like this. I come to a state of shock when I realize I'm like an old man that can't move right now. It just doesn't make any, I'm just like, whoa. Here, you see a slanted shoulder, head right shoulder. You see the cup and handy, but it just doesn't. That's why, whenever we're very treacherous, I move away from the 1 minute because they can play with the 1 minute. But if they can get us to the 5 minute 200, that's a different story. So, you can kind of say this is a falling wedge. Let's open this up for you and show you something here. Watch this. You could say this is the falling wedge here. Right now, it's definitely coming to the top of the channel, and this is the falling wedge there, and it fell out, got back inside. To me, that looks like it can do some damage, and then it's in this beautiful cup. You see? I mean, yeah. And what they did is, so they created this, they stop hunted that, but that's a trend line, and they got you back inside. So that's your smokium, your hopium copium, your smokium. Put that and smoke it. No, but that could get up there to about what, 82, 83.8? Something like that. Who hurts his Achilles and comes back the next day in a good mood, man? Who does this? I'm insane. I must be absolutely nuts. My Achilles is falling off my bone right now, and I'm sitting here live streaming. My buddy called me to check up on me, Maddie. I love you, Maddie. The guy's a guru in the space. Maddie Conlon, he's a boss, man. See, he helped sell a public company when he was like in his lower 30s. He should have a YouTube channel bigger than mine. The guy's a boss, man. Maddie, if you're listening, I love you. He called me to check up on me, my good friend, and he's like, just stream. Don't be a. He's like, just get your stream done, bro. He's like, and then you can go to the hospital, but don't you miss that stream, brother. He said, make sure you stream with your bone, with the muscle falling off the bone, man. And I'm Irish, man. We're the toughest. I think we're the toughest built race in the game, man. No one's tougher than the Irish. Everyone's like, oh, I'm Russian. I'm tougher than you. I'm Mexican. I'm tougher than you. Nobody's tougher than the Irish. I mean it. Nobody, bro. Maybe the Scottish are just as tough. I give the Scottish, the Welsh, man. But no one's tougher than the Irish. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. Because we come from our ancestors. We were shoveling manure for the English, man. Many of my ancestors died eating grass with green mouths. Mexicans are tougher. Shout out to David Vasquez. We love you, man. Irish Aries, Matt Stevens in the house. God bless you, Irish Aries. Less like me, man. I'm Salvadoran. We born tough. Amen. Hey, everybody's born. Anyone with God in their heart is born tough. How about that? You know what I mean? Right now, Binance official exchanger have a bug. It exchanged BTC to ETH 10 times the rate fully. I posted a video. I don't believe that. They don't call them the Fighting Irish for nothing. I was listening to you short this. Now I'm losing money. Don't do what I do. My neck is busted, man. Trump picked Kevin Walsh for Fed chair, replacing Powell. Kevin Warsh. Interesting. Okay. So we got the guy. Everyone thought it was going to be Rob Rise or something from Blackstone, but no. Kevin Walsh. I wish it was Kevin Walsh, an Irish guy, but Walsh must be Irish. Maybe not, though. Walsh is Irish. Any race, if you're tough, yeah, exactly. I'm not, I shouldn't take, we're all different races here, and we're all special, man. No race is better than the other. But you grow up Irish, everyone's like, but you're Irish, Sammy. You can make it through the potato famine. You can make it through anything. It's like, I get it. We're getting washed. I'm a Scouser. My French Bulldogs are tough. Yeah. You need confirmation to short. Yeah, I don't know what this guy did. You know what I mean? Because I'm not, And again, if you made the short, look, the stop loss is up here. Like the short I put out, the stop loss is up here. Like, it's going to take a long time, like at least 5 or 6 hours to get kicked out of the short, maybe even a few hours. Like, I just love when people don't even take the short that I put out. I'm down now. Like, you didn't even trade what I told you to trade. I didn't tell you to trade nothing. I am not someone that tells people to trade. All right? I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All right? This is for entertainment purposes only. I am an entertainer. I'm an entertainer and an educator, right? That's what it comes down to. People watch the show because they like the sauce, man. Okay? Sam the man, full moon pump incoming. Yeah. Life circumstances refine a man. Yeah. I feel a big pump coming. I was told by my ego. I like that. Pawtucket Red Sox have big Irish pride. We are the hard-working class. Shout out to the Pawtucket, man. I love that you said that. When I was a kid, my last name is Price, right? And my dad liked the P. So he went and got the Pawtucket Red Sox hat. Because why not, right? It had the Red Sox colors, it represented the Red Sox, and it had the P on it, right? It's actually, what's funny? My dad's a pirate, man. Like, he was a pirate. He really was. I can't wait to write a book about everything he did, but it's going to take, I'm going to have to put that book out way later. Because certain things he did, Anyway, but he did something cool. He got his, I'll tell you that. He got his, man. All right? They didn't get him. He got his. Meadows getting that pullback. Love to see now. Let's get some crypto. I don't know, man. Because when metals pull back, it means the dollar's bumping. And if the dollar's bumping, it could be bad for Bitcoin too. Remember, I see more downside. I'm giving you the hopium on the small time frames to show you what could happen. I see more downside. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. That makes the right shoulder. We're dumping, man. Let me show you. Let me project the right shoulder for you there. That's going to be your confirmation. Wow, you guys, this stream makes me feel so good. Even when I'm hurt, I feel good. So I'm going to be able to get through this time because I love y'all. I love what I do. I love the stream that I created, and I love the position that I'm in. I'm so blessed. This getting me hurt makes me realize how blessed I am. I got a YouTube channel. I got a team that cares about me. I got a wife that loves me. I got kids that are going to help me. I got people that are going to call. They're going to call on me and ask me if I'm all right. Don't dry snitch on them. I know, right? I won't. You're funny. Pain is in your head, man. Thank you. Instead of head and shoulders, call it. Oh, man. No, we're not going to do that. We have children on the stream. My kids watch this, man. Come on, have some class, man. Have some respect for yourself, please. You know what I mean? Like, it shows that you're just, have some respect for yourself. Sam is the top 3 no pants advisor of all times. Thank you. My husband took my last name, even. Irish pride. O'Neill, O'Neill's awesome. It's like one of the best last names in the game. O'Neill, Sammy O'Neill, Sammy O'Malley. The O's, brother, the O's. Sammy O'Malley, Sammy O'Neill, Sammy Ahern, Sean Ahern, Matt Murphy. These are Irish boys. Even my buddy who's Panamanian has an Irish last name. He's Irish. My man Marcus Murphy, man. Unbelievable. So, dude, I just got to be honest. I would only long if the 7-minute broke above the 200 and made the model. Again, if the 7-minute breaks above this and if you see something like this, you make the flag and the 21 comes to price action, that is the long I would take. Otherwise, I see no reason to get too crazy. I see no reason to go too hard. Yeah. Matt Guitar Murphy just passed. I'm sorry to hear that. Conor McGregor. My stepdad is a Donnelly and drinks way too much. Of course he does. He's a Donnelly. Painkillers are helpful to make you a little less caring about the pain, but they are not something to depend on. You could hurt yourself more while on them. Be careful. I appreciate you saying that. because you can push your leg in a way where you'd be in extreme pain, but you don't know. Or yeah, that's why when you're on pain, just don't move. All right, let's take a look. Someone asked me, can you ask what caused silver and gold to dump today? You got to get over this. Something has to be caused by something. That's a beginner's model for trading, a beginner's idea. You guys need information. It has to be a certain way. Everyone, if you love my trading style, if you love what's going on, go to cryptolifer.com right now to find out more. Hit the subscribe button. Join my Discord. Get the education. We made money on gold and silver. We'll switch to something else. Something's going to pop in the next few weeks. We're not going to stick on whatever. If Bitcoin tanks, we're going to find another way to trade. We're not going to stay stagnant, everyone. And just remember that. Okay? Yeah. Roni Dobbins, you're funny, man. I had a customer once who named Shabangi Godball. The spelling was slightly different, but he pronounced it exactly how you think. You're funny, man. Oh, my God. How's the S&P looking? Yeah, exactly. Someone said, stop selling courses. I don't sell courses. Yeah. I don't sell courses. So crazy. I have one live course I do. The last Saturday of every month would be this Saturday. I guess I'm going to still teach class if I can. I believe I will. I may be in surgery, so we got to work through this. But right here, you can see I do teach called live class every single month, the last Saturday of the month. 150, jump on in. Okay. And I could see, why can't I sell courses? It's so weird. Why can't I sell my knowledge? So strange. Like people that are athletic teachers sell their athletic plan. I sell my trading plan, man. There's nothing wrong with selling courses, everyone. There's nothing wrong with selling your Discord. There's nothing wrong with getting commissions. There's nothing wrong with that. If you think there's something wrong with that, you're a sicko. It's a business model that works, man. And God bless that it's there. It's awesome for people and creators like me to earn an added income on top of trading. If all my income came from trading, so stressful every single day, all the time, you know what I mean? 7 days a week, thousands of days on. I mean, you think the industry might help you out a bit. All right. Your price is way too low, though. I know it is because I'm giving it away. He's the guy that said he's way down. Listen to him, Sammy. You can do whatever you want. I know, right? Don't listen to him, Sammy. I know. God bless you. Thank you, Lord of the Rings Vlogs. The brokies, if they care about that, thank you. Amen. Yeah, sniffing another man's wallet is the worst way to lose your own. You know what I mean? Or to have nothing in your own. Once you sniff another man's wallet, it's likely you got nothing in yours. You're spending so much time on other people's wallets. How the heck are you going to grow your wallet? Like, it just doesn't make sense, right? So jump on into cryptolifer.com, join the Discord, find out more, get the education you deserve. You would have been able to see what was likely going to happen to gold and silver and take advantage. You know? That looks shoulder, head, right shoulder. That doesn't look good to me. You just got snuffed by the 200 moving average on the 7 too as well. Yeah, we use the education we receive from Sam, a master friend, to make gains up or down. Join the 99, take the class, and get the education you deserve at cryptolifer.com. Sam, always trying to put people down no matter what they do just because they can't do it. 100%. Yeah. Commies, exactly. They're communists. Get away from those people. We're capitalists here. We're not communists. We sell stuff. We're Americans. Americans like to sell things, man. We run, you know. Anyway, I love y'all. God bless everybody here. I'm in a little bit of pain, so I guess I can get a little edgy today. If they could, they would overcharge. Sam has given his experience for a fair rate. I know, 100%. Everyone else is gouging. A reason for the metals collapse, not enough crash to compensate physical stackers. They're trying to cash in. They're only getting paid $20 a spot. I'm thinking to buy Tesla. I agree with you. I like where Tesla is right now. I totally agree with you. I think Tesla is a screaming buy. They're going to print money, so assets are going to go up in value. And Tesla's going to create robots and robo-taxis, and it's going to do some damage. We talked about buying Tesla after that good earnings call, too. We got into Tesla, remember, at 409. Remember, I put you into Tesla 4. I got into Tesla 409. We talked about it way back here when we had this first bump here. And that was back in, let's see, November 21st. Remember when the whole market took a move? I said Tesla's a good buy here. And when I said the S&P was likely going to make a bounce, I must have hit my elbow too because my elbow's sore when I fell. Damn. The only one in life is as a wife and 4 kids. I'm 42 years old. I'm the only one in this life that has a wife and 4 kids, and I'm 42 years old with negative in my bank account. I have nothing, and I'm happy. You're not the only one in this life. There's many, you know. Sam is making it possible for even people outside America to actually be in the course. Thank you. Sam, knowledge is top. I think people may be skeptical of course selling. Not yours, Sam, brother, but because of a lot of scammy and shady courses sold through YouTube ads, yeah. Sam, I want to join. What do I need? Is there an app or a platform for the 99 in class? Yeah, it's just the Discord. You download Discord. You download Discord. You just need to download Discord. Once you download Discord, a group chat that's all fun and games, jump on into Discord. And you'll see how well we organize our Discord. It's really well organized. And you'll be able to jump on and get going, all right? Once you join the Discord, there is something you need to do first. Please, everyone, watch first and read first. It's going to tell you how to turn off friend so people can't friend you and scam you. They're going to friend you, then they're going to message you. They're going to look like me, and they're going to say, hey, I'm the crypto liver. Someone said they got scammed in a mining pool or something. It's just crazy, right? So just be careful. Read first and watch first. If you don't do that, you're not going to know how to keep the scammers away from you. Watch first and read first. It's very important. Extremely important. All right. Sam, can you look at NBIS? Remember, NBIS was getting very tight. So yeah, I like Tesla here. They may dip it down right there back to 372, maybe to get out like some late longs, but I like Tesla long term here. And it looks like it's going to go to 4 to 8 in about a year. So a quick little, it's going to double up by July of, it says it could double up by somewhere by, yeah, July. It could do a double in 6 months. And, you know, so I think this is the best call in the game right now. Personally, I think Tesla's amazing. Look at the 3-day. I love the 3-day. It's oversold. You got a little bit of hidden bullish in a way. That's down, that's up. So you get hidden bullish on the 3-day chart. Let me show you. You got swing down on the RSI. You got swing up in price action. I like what I'm seeing here for Tesla, looking pretty nice. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying should be taken to financial advice, but that's tight moving averages pretty well on a big time frame. What if it makes a right shoulder? You can see that, right? Yeah. So we will see. Only time will tell, but it's very oversold. Jim Rohn, listen and learn. Yeah, Jim Rohn taught me how to make the best out of this. Jim Rohn taught me how to be positive no matter what. I'm going to be positive even though I'm hurting. So I like Tesla right now. And again, we trade everything here. I'm the crypto lifer, but I teach you how to trade any market. I don't want people to think you can just learn crypto with me. You can learn anything with me. You can learn Forex. I gave an Australian dollar trade the other day. Someone said they got in and they made massive gains. And it just, you know, my strategy encompasses it all. It really does. You can trade any market in the world with what I teach you. Remember that. You're not just learning how to trade crypto. You're expanding your knowledge on a broader sect. You can do anything you put your mind to. Okay? 82,800 sitting. I say they're merging with SpaceX. IPO is slated to be June. Seen multiple reports, yes. And right now you can invest. I have a way that you can invest in a pre-IPO for SpaceX. It's already valued at like $100 billion or something crazy. Sorry, I just moved that. It's valued at something cool. But yeah, and I told the group already, I'm going to keep it under wraps for now until I can figure out something. But yeah, man, it's really cool. It's really cool. And I love it. I think it's awesome. They call me a copper eligible squirrel. That's the name they gave me. I'm a copper eligible squirrel for whatever reason. A copper eligible squirrel. I don't know why they called me a squirrel, but that's what I got, right? Tell me what you get. But yeah, this says that we can invest in pre-IPOs, man. And I believe we should be getting into SpaceX. They got Replit, which Replit is interesting. AI browser-based coding platform. Pretty interesting, to be honest, Replit is. And meltdown-proof nuclear reactors for clean energy, X Energy. I think we're going into heavy nuclear because people don't rely on oil. Vercel, fronted web development cloud. Mercor, AI-powered automated hiring platform. Unconventional, an energy-efficient AI computer foundation. Perplexity, AI chat conversation search engine. Discord, you could even into Discord, they look like they're going to IPO. They're valued at $7.7 billion. I mean, I use Discord every day. I probably should invest in it, right? Polymarket, SpaceX. I mean, SpaceX, Polymarket, and Discord to me are just a no-brainer. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor, but these things look interessante to me. And it looks like they may be, they may be pretty sweet. So hey, these are the things I'm doing, long-term ideas. Bitcoin getting a bit of a bounce here. Trying to get back above 83,000, showing signs of life for Bitcoin. So I like Tesla. Let's look at NBIS. But I think Tesla's a screaming buy here on the 3-day chart. It's a really good entry for a bigger time frame. So we talked about this. We said it was going to get very, very tight. It did. Let's go over why it could dump or pump. I mean, right now, to me, it's losing the trend. It would have to wick back inside this trend line to remain bullish. See how the stochastics are high? It says it's going lower. That's on the 3-day chart, right? Daily looks like it's going to come down. You know, what I see happening, honestly, as I open this up, I just see this coming back to the bottom of the channel. So I don't know if it's, you know what I mean? I could be wrong, but this looks more like me now. And then maybe it does one of these and it then breaks out. But it takes some time. Like, it doesn't break out until March. A lot of the stuff isn't going to pump until we get that rate cut. You know what I mean? You know, that's kind of likely. So, Replit is fire. Replit is awesome, yeah. Satellite tech and marine security systems, for me, are going great. That's awesome, man. You have any stocks in that you could tell us about? Seek Parabolic? The meeting went great. Yeah, let's go. Smash the like button. Shout out to Underground Cryptos in the house. Were you Underground Crypto? Did you change it to Underground Cryptos? Or was it always Underground Cryptos? Because I would have sworn it was Underground Crypto. And I just want to make sure I'm not losing it. Or did you change? Did you put an S on there? Or is this like, did they do the Mandela effect to me? And have we gone through a time-space continuum? It's possible. Yeah. No, it's always been that. Interesting. So crazy. It's definitely a time-space continuum. Underground crypto. Underground cryptos. Trump is about to speak about a new executive order shortly. Let's take a look at Forex Factory and see what's happening for the day that could affect our market and what's going on. 83,000 really just hugging price action. A good day to be hurt and just kind of let it flow. Fridays, baby, Fridays, right? Remember, there's low volume on Fridays, especially after what they did and the liquidations that got done. So we'll look at the week. Let's see what next week, too. But first, we'll just take a look at what's that. Why did it do this? June? Okay, so here we are on Friday. So we had core PPI today. Forgive me for not seeing that. And actual was 0.1. GDP month over month is at 0. Core PPI is up huge, though, compared to the 2%. That's very bullish. That's bullish. I mean, the market's doing great. I mean, the economy's doing great. PPI month over month. Producer price index, right? Well, actually, costing more, though. Actually, that's a little bearish. It's costing more. Core PPI month over month is up. But, I mean, the dollar just tanked. You'd think it had to go up, right? Goods trades balance. Revised non-farm productivity. Same. It was a nothing burger, and it was exactly there. Revised unit labor costs are exactly the same. Trade balance, negative 55 billion. So, we're, and factory orders month over month, 2.7, which is higher than what the thought was. Final wholesale inventories month over month, 2%, the same as what we thought. Natural gas actually is less than 243 billion, right? They said 330, so that actually was worse. Treasury currency report. President Trump speaks today at 4 or 4:30. We're going to see Trump speak. So that's what's going to happen later on. All right. And again, when you're at the stand-up desk, you're a bit more like ready to rock and ready to go for sure. Kind of a different idea here when you're not in the stand-up desk, right? So check your comments. Usually post, I call it like a Sammy Cup and Handy. Happy healing. Guys, so happy. I mean, thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. But yeah. Sounds like you ruptured your Achilles. This injury can often occur on non-contact. Yeah, exactly. Like, wow, man, it was painful. It was painful. Funny, Tesla would have been Faraday motors, like a Faraday cage, right? Michael Faraday. And it keeps you from the electromagnetic pulse. You could put your wallets inside of a Faraday cage, and the Faraday cage would keep you from getting a shock or something happening. Understand? That's what a Faraday cage is. That's why they almost call it Faraday motors. It was almost the name of Tesla. Yeah. Interesting. He discovered electromagnetic induction in 1831, the key principle for all electronic motors and generators. Tesla founders had a backup name ready for when they struggled to buy the Tesla Motors trademark for $75,204. But the deal succeeded. And we all know Nikola Tesla, right? And Michael Faraday, right? I am not sure what it's useful for, but I am sure you will find a way to tax it. Wow. That's what he said. Funny. He was spot on then. He knew what was going on. Right? Crazy. Yeah, I mean, you got to prove you're an American citizen to vote. Like, come on now. Like, you can't just walk in and vote if you're not. Well, I'm just going to go to Venezuela and vote. I'm just going to go around the world. I want to go anywhere I want and vote then, right? I'm going to go to Paris and vote. I'm going to go to Europe and vote. Like, can I just fly to any country I want and vote? No. So why should someone be able to come here and vote without being, you know what I mean? President Trump sues the IRS for $10 billion because they leaked his tax returns. All right. Highly accurate at determining whether someone is a Bitcoin poster or a Bitcoin stacks packer. I'm sure if you guys have fun putting some color in this post, yeah. The Bitcoin 7 diapers. So funny, man. 7 diaper model challenging the power law and Plan B's models. So funny, man. Anyway, Bitcoin really just struggling sideways. Not an amazing move right now. You know, attempting to find a way. It's been sideways the entire show. So we didn't really get a lot of action here. It is back above the 200. It's back. Look at this. That's all it did was kind of play games. It's back inside the same pattern now. Like it could do some damage. Kind of a funky, you know, a funky ascending triangle. That's going to attempt to find its way here. Okay. Not perfect though at all. Let's go look at the 1 minute. And thank you for the viewership here, too, on a Friday afternoon. You people are awesome. I mean, a Friday day. I mean, look, that's a shoulder, head, right shoulder. I mean, right? It's a double shoulder on the right side, but you can see that's a head, an inverted head and shoulder pattern right there. Finally, a big breakout, though. 83,390. Okay. This morning, we got to 83,800. And again, my strategy tells me that if you get back above the 200, you can long. The 5 minute is above. Let's take a look at that 7 minute time frame for Bitcoin. And wow, look at the 1 hour getting a beautiful tweezer bottom, wanting to pump to the upside. It does kind of look like Bitcoin's going to rip here now. Back to the, it gets above this key level. Just got to get above 83.5 and then boom, it can rip back to 84.9, right? Reason why Republicans are going to get rinsed in the midterm. Why do you even care, man? The only person that said that is a Democrat. You know what I mean? Like, Republicans don't say any about what's going to happen to them. I don't care what's going to happen to the midterms. Not important to me. I'm trading right now. I'm focused, man. Get your mind out of the gutter, man. You already sound radicalized, bro. I don't know why most of these Democratic people sound extremely radicalized. Like, you got to calm down, man. You people are the, you know, I'm in the middle, man. I'm not getting radicalized by the reps. I'm not getting radicalized by the Dems. I'm getting radicalized by Bitcoin, bro. Like, get your mind straight, bro. Become your own teammate, bro. Stop being on someone else's team, man. You know? I'm not a fan of anyone but my family, bro. Get yours, brother. Stop being low frequency, man. Like, we're here to help you, not, you know what I mean? Like, get focused, bro. They're going to get slashed in the midterms. Who cares? Get a life. Straight up. Love you, bro, but come on, man. Like, what I'm trying to say is, yes, be involved, do your thing, but focus on you, man. Like, grow your crops. Like, most people that are worried about the midterms don't even grow any food. You know what I mean? Don't have anything, don't have any savings. Like, do you have any savings? Are you taking care? Are you building a business? Like, focus on your life, please. Don't let politicians steal your attention and your time, man. On both sides of the aisle. Okay? I don't care. You know, on both sides of the aisle. Become your own best friend. Stop becoming best friend to some party. Seriously. Yeah. Bitcoin bad long term. Yeah, exactly. Extrapolate yourself from the situation. Where Bitcoin is here. Where you have the blockchain party. Remember that? Sam Price for president of the blockchain party. I'm not part of any party. I'm on the blockchain party, baby. Okay? I want to see everything on the blockchain. Put all the votes in the blockchain. None of this machines that they took care of with Italy. You know how they did it, man. We all know that they did it. Let's get real, man. Anyone with a brain can figure that out. Like, you saw them taking the suitcases out from underneath the tables. Like, what the heck was that? It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Say whatever. And then they had a fire alarm out of nowhere and everyone had to leave the bed. It was the weirdest thing. Come on, man. Let's get real. If it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a freaking duck, bro. Stop thinking it ain't a duck. You know what I mean? I think I'm in this chair. The chair is making me feel like an old man that can say whatever I want. I feel like I'm in trading places and I can just be like, you are listening to this and that's it. Because I'm in a chair and I got a cane. It's the cane, man. I got a cane. Listen, you little boys. You don't tell me how to trade. I'll tell you how to trade. I'll teach you how to trade. You little whippersnappers. All right? You know what? Bitcoin is starting to get back above the moving averages. It's starting to say, okay, it's a very strange. That's a really weird price. I've never really seen it like that. Usually it makes a really nice inverted head and shoulder. Wow. Wow. And the entry last night, what was the entry last night? It was like 83,000. 83,100. So, I mean, it's not amazing, but you're still in the money. 83,100 was when I aped in there. Wall Street Bets have an event today. You think they're going to pump something? I don't care, man. I'm not into that. Remote Democrats wanted Tim Walz to be vice president. Head of Somali pirates. I know. I mean, they laundering money left and right. Let's get real. Anyway, it is what it is, man. Even a guy in the neighborhood, he went viral yesterday. An African-American man in the neighborhood said, oh, that money came to us. He said, I don't know what they're doing, but it never came to us. It went right out to Somalia. It didn't help this town. I didn't get nothing for it. He's like, I'm a hair on the streets every year. You heard it from him. I'm not telling you. That's what he said. I don't know. You can go verify this stuff for yourself. Exactly. Dude, you knew metals were going to crash, man. Silver and gold. Nothing goes up like that. What do you mean? I love people. 20% in a day. What do you mean you went up that much in a day? You were going to come down that much in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what happens. It is what it is. Having a struggle to get, see this is the area. See where you previously bounced? Smart move would be not to trade until you break above this and retest it. I'd like to see a retest of this key area and then take the trade. 1 hour does look strong. Let's take a look at the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour tweezer bottom is prevailing here that we got in last night. And there's a chance this thing rips all the way back to the upside and you get all the way back to the red line there at 87.9. And everyone's going to you were scared. No, you were scared. No, you were scared, right? And it's going to be that same old, same old. Remember, you flip this upside down. We don't need wrapped Bitcoin. I don't know how that happened. I guess my finger slipped there. But you flip this upside down and you actually type right because I can't. I also cut my thumb, man. My thumb got cut open. Nasty cut on the thumb, man. Look at that. And then I come back into... It's an amazing camera, man. I'm using an amazing camera with a great Sigma lens. It's cinematic, baby. It's one of the nicest camera setups you could have as a YouTuber, seriously, when it comes down to it. No webcam status, just a real deal Holyfield. The only thing is when I travel, you'll notice it because I'll be using a webcam when I travel, likely. But that's okay. See, look how we're coming... let me go to the 4 hour. See how when you come, you rip and then you always come back to the 21-day moving average? So see how your way for the 21 usually dump to it? It's another bullish idea there for Bitcoin that you're going to rip back to the upside. Remember, I gave this trade in the trading group yesterday. I said, enter this long. It's very highly aggressive. But I see a movement back to the upside. And see, this is the stuff you would learn if you hung out with us every day. I still give you the possibility. So here it is right here. Look, I'm getting into a long and I'm passing out. It's the 4-hour time frame right there. Okay. There you go. And that's still in the money right now with the stop below the wick. Again, it's not amazing, but it's in the money. Can it continue? Anything is possible. Okay. So there you go. 13 minutes ago, Crypto Funder predicts Bitcoin collapse in 7 to 10 years. Here's why. Wow. Justin Bonds, founder of CIO Cyber Capital, warns that Bitcoin will face a structural security crisis over the next 7 to 10, 11 years. What a great article. Let's see what he says and see if we can actually disprove what he's saying. Now I have to find it. There it is, yeah. Justin Bounds, founder of CIO Cyber Capital. He could just be advertising his firm. Remember that. Outlandish statements 7 years out are just ways to advertise. But his primary concern is that Bitcoin security budget is funded primarily through block subsidies that decline with each halving. As inflationary rewards shrink, Bitcoin must rely on transaction fees or sustained exponential price growth to maintain miner incentives. He doesn't understand the hash rate. That goes up and down and creates it viable. The founder of Cyber Capital believes that such outcomes are mathematically incompatible with global economic limits and competing fee markets. Fee spikes are temporary, particularly when users exit the network and costs rise. This system prevents fees from stabilizing at levels that would undermine long-term security. I disagree. You know why? Because the dollar goes go down so bad that Bitcoin will go up in value, and you're going to be able to get it. Data cited in support of this view shows that miner revenue, rather than hash rate, has declined compared to previous cycles. Since security depends more on the cost of mounting an attack than on raw computational output, failing miner payouts reduce the economic deterrent to double spending. Now, it would still cost trillions of dollars more than you would get out of Bitcoin. It doesn't lower the gap. The imbalance creates unsustainable equilibrium where Bitcoin must eventually choose between increasing its supply beyond the 21 million cap or tolerating declining security. Either outcome is risk factoring consensus, undermining trust, and potentially splitting the network. You know, they've already raised the Bitcoin supply. You know how they did that? Someone told me that he did deep research and he had a number for me. How much do you think Bitcoin's out there more than there is? And I mean by derivatives. You see what I mean? Products, ETFs. Because right now you can buy Bitcoin, but you don't have to buy 21 million Bitcoin. Right now there's 7 times the supply of Bitcoin out there. You see what I mean? Because they've made 7 times the supply based off derivatives. So there's 7 times the supply of BTC in the markets right now, which is kind of crazy. You know, and he was like, so, you know, they're not increasing the supply, but they're increasing the financial. So that's how they can get you without even increasing the supply of something. They can increase the financial instruments that they're using based on the asset. Look at gold, man, right? They say there's quadrillion. The derivatives market is in the quadrillions. It is. It's in the quadrillions. That's another big reason why printing money leads to zero. It's in the quadrillions. Let me say that again. The quadrillions. The quadrillions. The derivatives market is in the quadrillions. It's insane. There's 7 times the paper Bitcoin. Yes. Yeah. Thought it was a little lower. No, that's a problem that could continue to grow. It is. What if it goes to 10 times, 20 times? People stop buying the real asset. How do you get the real asset to move? Right? But the idea is the dollar's cooked over time and you don't have a better, there's no other option. So Sam checked out autonomous AI trading that Sentinel is bringing in the gain. I like Sentinel. You said Sentinel and XCL? Let's take a look at Sentinel. Let's see CoinMarketCap, anything kind of up there that we should be looking at right now. Canton CC was in that big cup and handle. We put it out to the trading group. Let's take a look at that. Canton CC. And that's NBIS. We're looking for that to come down and then eventually break out of that cup and handle. I don't own any. I don't even know much about it. I'm just doing the TA for somebody so they can see what my thoughts are. Again, none of my thoughts should be taken as financial advice. Okay? Klaus Schwab, cyber pandemic, still on the WF agenda. Oh, of course. And they're trying to put the Nipah virus on us right now and telling us it comes from a bat. Yeah, that's not over yet, everyone. You got to stay vigilant. We got to get ahead of their narrative before they create the narrative. That way we already know what the narrative is going to be. We're going to create a Nipah vaccine. You got to take it. It's got a 97% kill rate. It's going to scare you beyond your means. They're going to find out there's some herb in the jungle you can eat and you won't get Nipah. Take some wormwood. You know what I mean? For everything that there's a vaccine for, there's also a natural cure. I firmly believe that. And again, you could say I'm wrong, but I'm not into it. I really am not. You can see the rate of autism has skyrocketed throughout the world. The Amish don't do it. There's a very low rate of autism there. You tell me. You do the math. Like, this is a known thing, too. This ain't no conspiracy theory. Like, so, why do the Amish have a very low rate when the rest of the world has such a high rate? You do the math. You do whatever you want. And you can say, oh, that's actually been spewed. That's not the truth. Whatever you want. It's up to you whether you believe that or not. I'm not forcing you to believe anything. I'm not pushing an agenda on you. All right? Democrat, liberal, love. Oh, yeah, they jab me harder, baby. I have pure blood, man. I did not let it in. My kids have pure blood. I did not let it in. I didn't take one test. I didn't bow to I left my job. I said I'm out. I told my job they're going to shut down the city. You guys got to go remote. They told me I was insane. They thought I needed psychological evaluation. This is a true story. I was at work. I got the emails to prove it. I started writing emails to the team telling them that they should get ready for the pandemic. It's coming. Trying to find if I can even see the email. It's crazy. I have it somewhere. I saved it. But I write an email to the boss telling them that, that they're going to have to shut down their company and go remote. I said we should start doing remote systems now so we're ahead of the game. And they told me I was insane and said I had a week to figure out. I said I can't come into work anymore because the virus is everywhere. They said, we'll let you stay home for a week, but if you don't want to come into the office in a week, then, we're going to have to fire you. They then terminated me. And then a week later, the pandemic happened, and then they begged me back to work remotely. They never apologized. I probably think I still could sue them to this day if I decided to for how they treated me. But I didn't. But this is a fact. This is a true story. I told them that the pandemic was coming and to get ready. I was like the best employee they ever had. I told them what was going to happen and how to prepare for it, and they fired me. Then they begged me back when the whole thing went down, and I was like, I should have never went back, but I didn't have a choice. I needed a paycheck. Well, at the time, I thought I didn't have a choice. I bent the knee to corporate America. I didn't want to go my own way. I was afraid. I was scared. I didn't have the power that I have now. I bowed down to the bourgeoisie, right? Not anymore, baby. Not anymore. Not anymore. Sam Price will never work for someone again for the rest of his life. I will teach you how to become self-made entrepreneurs, how to think positively, how to believe in yourself, and how to make it come from your own inside intuition, man. You can make a fortune. A salary is what they paid me to give up on my dreams, baby. A salary is what they paid me to give up on my dreams, man. And look, we're back where we started. We started the stream at 8350. We're back at 8350. It's been an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 50 minutes. In 8 minutes, we'll hit the 12 o'clock of the stream. And let me take a look at the super chat, see what's happening here with the fan funding. Let's take a look at silver, too, and what's happening to silver. And I'll show you how to short any market in the world at any time. All right. Okay. So we hit our target for silver, you see, which was 115, 116. At that point, let's take a look at what's happening. Now, you can get sucked into the, what I do is fine. There's a flag that might continue, but you got to say sketched out. So the second you do, you go to the daily time frame. When the daily is very far away from the 200 moving average and it gets bearish divergence, it's a good time to get out of the market. And it happens like clockwork. Like you'll see Bitcoin did the same thing on the monthly. And so silver had swing up to swing up. All right. But it had swing down to swing down. Sorry, I went to the wrong place there. And again, so what I'll teach you for the rest of your life, RSI will be pointing down. Okay. Price action will be pointing up. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. You make a rising wedge, right? What you start to say is just, no go. And that's just what's going to happen. You're going to dump down to the 21-day moving average. I've taught all you people this. You've seen me do it hundreds of times. And again, you get the tweezer top. So what I like to do is wait for the tweezer top of the 4-hour, red candle next to a green one, open the short with a stop above here, and let it dump to the daily 21. Take your profits right there at the daily 21. That's a perfect time to take profits. I would be getting out of that short and executing it if I took it. All right. Super chats, BUTTCOIN, MSTF, and crude oil. Is that really on the table? Do I have to do it? BUTTCOIN? Are you serious? Man, had a little bit of movement there, and now it's kind of sideways. I just can't believe we're talking about BUTTCOIN, right? You know, it's because you see my strategy. You guys teach the strategy, and then you say, well, I see the strategy, Sam. I see that the 21's above the 200. I see that it's flagging. Yeah, BUTTCOIN looks like it could do some damage. Looks like it might explode. Oh, my God. I tell you what, man, you guys get me through some of the toughest times of my life. This is going to be fun this next few months with me sitting on my butt all day. He's like, I gave BUTTCOIN yesterday. I called that. I'm the one that called BUTTCOIN. That's mine. I did BUTTCOIN. I think I'm more entertaining sitting down. I'm more laid back. I'm like a talk show host. Standing up, I'm like ready for war. I feel a little chill today. I do. I feel chill as a bean. I'm just nervous. I don't like surgery. I don't like getting cut open. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to find out. I don't want to have to sit there and recover. Generational wealth on BUTTCOIN. Sell Exxon and blue chips for BUTTCOIN. Sell Bitcoin for BUTTCOIN. What if someone said buy Bitcoin, but they heard the phone and it was, dude, I'm going to make a, oh my God, you just got, yeah, I'm telling you got to buy BUTTCOIN. You got to buy the Bitcoin. And he's on the other line and it keeps coming, you got to buy the Bitcoin. You got to buy the Bitcoin. BUTTCOIN? This guy told me to buy BUTTCOIN, all right? I never told you to buy BUTTCOIN. And then the guy that buys BUTTCOIN makes way more money than the guy that told him to buy Bitcoin. I got to make a sketch. That's going to be such a funny skit. You know what I mean? Months later, what happened? I bought the BUTTCOIN like you told me. Dude, I could do a skit where I dress up as two different people and I can do both people. And I got to do this. I got to do this. It could probably go viral if I do it right. I ruptured my Achilles. I ruptured my Achilles right now. I'm lying down. Bad news, bear. I'm not lying down. I got a pillow and a big footrest here in front of me. I ruptured my Achilles, man. My foot is my foot. Well, it's like my leg is like blue. But I ruptured my Achilles, man. It's bad. I can't walk. I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm most cooked I've ever been in my life, like as far as physically. I've never been this cooked in my life. Never. I've had a pulled hamstring. I've got over it a couple days. You know what I mean? It is funny, right? So he's you know, Bitcoin to 3 trillion and Bitcoin to 0, you know? I had keyhole surgery in my knee. Easy, no pain. Okay. Get that BBC and heal up quick. Telling you, homie. I will, man. I'm going to get the BBC. Please email my wife. Everyone that loves me, email me what you guys think I should do. Put a topic, Sam's ruptured Achilles. And I'm going to listen to my lifers. You guys are going to heal me back faster than anyone's ever healed. I'm going to go to a hyperbecker chamber too. Shouldn't I do a hyperbolic chamber? Hyper, whatever those things are, right? I should go book one of those and get in there. There's got to be one in Tampa somewhere or something, right? And it will help heal me faster, right? Get myself in one of those healing. I had back surgery and knee surgery. Glad I did both. Yeah. It seems like a good idea, but funny crypto videos don't get many views. You're better off going to Wall Street and screaming, where's... Yeah, that will, honestly, using that. Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? I want to do it, man. It's so funny, man. It's like, where's my money? Yeah, stem cells. Cold ocean. Yeah. Unstable. Is there, anyone knows if I don't have to get surgery? You could have time-sensitive issues that a doctor needs to attend to properly. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, you know. My brother, full recovery with a boot, and he never had surgery. Adam Mountain Man. So non-surgical ruptured Achilles. And then I have to research things out. It's wasting my time. You know, I could be finding coins. I got to research my Achilles. Surgery versus non-surgery. Non-surgical ruptured Achilles. Do you need surgery? Right? Let the body heal on its own. Achilles tendon tears. Is surgery necessary? I'm going to watch as many videos as I can. You know, you ask Grok, is surgery necessary? You know, Grok's already a little pushed by, God's making you slow down, Sammy. I know he is. It's so crazy, right? God's deciding that I'm going to slow down for a bit. He's like, Sammy, you were running. Look, the liquidity is still to the downside. To me, the 1 hour still looks bearish, folks. We gave the small time frames the whole show to make a move. They did nothing for us. They are still somewhat sideways. They don't look so bad, but they don't look so good either. You know? Here, I'll tell you what's happening now. You're in a symmetrical triangle. You see, and these break up or down 68% of the time. End of the day, you're inside this. I'll just pull these because I want to put those back, but that's a symmetrical triangle. It can go either way. Mainly break to the downside in the last few years. My first 4 or 5 years of trading crypto, these went either way. But the last 2.5 years, these have dumped 90% of the time. So they became a bearish pattern. Kind of looks like catters. It's going to get tight. You'll see. That's why I think waiting for maybe even the 15-minute to crack the 200. You know, or at least getting, like I showed you on the 1 hour, getting above, see that resistance there? Break above this and retest. Oh, no, not there. So sorry. That's way too far. If you can break above 83.4 and retest 83.400, 83.5 here and bounce, that would be a really good place. But otherwise, I see this dumping. You know, if you take away everything else and you just look at it logically, it's in a bear flag, touching the 21 below the 200. That's a dump, man. And the first one is this. The second one is this whole pull. That says you're going lower. I keep getting this $75,000 Bitcoin, $76,000. So I could be wrong, but that looks bearish to me. And then you have previous resistance, which is rejection right now. So you technically would be trading an SR flip to the downside right now if you shorted the market. And to me, it looks like it's going to take in the oversold stochastic. It looks like it's going to take a move to the downside, in my humble opinion. Now, I don't like shorting on a day like today. It's bad news bears, but to me, I'm just using support and resistance. It looks like you got to short this. I got to be honest. I see it different. I see it a couple different ways, though. But to me, it just, when I look at the 1 hour time frame, that tells me we're going down to 76,335 with a stop loss at about, what, 80, 83, 795. 795. Thank you, dear Lord, for the cool voice you gave me. And I get to use it in a fun and interesting way. I love that. And again, these could be smaller scalps, bigger scalps. It depends. And I'm also sketched out on entering today because it's not the best day. But look at the liquidity to the downside. It says you're going lower, man. And then you got this here at 75, 76,000. That's exactly where I'm situated. That big red above is gone. It's not really there no more. 88.5. You got some there at 855, but to me, the closest and darkest liquidity is right there. You can see it. It's at 81,050, suggesting we are going lower for Bitcoin. All right. Metapassing card ecosystem participation versus MBX. I was 12 when I did my Achilles, which helped the healing, but full recovery, no surgery, and played football until I was 33 with no issues at all. The marker, yeah, but you were young, man. You healed quick at 12 years old. You already had stem cells in you, basically. Yeah. Yes, you will need surgery or you have problems when you're older, Sammy. Really. We're cooked, fellas. Enjoy the weekend and fade the charts. This too shall pass. Amen. Yeah. Trump is... it's funny. Trump is speaking live right now. He says, really? Yeah. PRP therapy. It healed my thumb ligament in my elbow. It healed my knee. It healed my finger joint. And stretched the ligament in my thumb from a motorbike accident. Interesting. Eating organ meat is good for all human parts. Thank you. Get an ultrasound and figure out from there. Sam, you need Mr. Miyagi healing technique. Some claps over your leg. JK, bro. Wish you did fast recovery. I know, right? Non-surgery. Your foot will be in a boot. And lifters on your heels so the Achilles will heal itself. No surgery to surgery heal time is about the same. Yeah. Scan your leg, then make a decision. You can't be sure what exactly happened unless you scan it. You didn't go to the hospital? No, I didn't. No. I came home and I was worried about the stream. I know, it's crazy, right? All I cared about was you guys and this stream. I'm going to open up a short. I think I should be protected on the short no matter what. So when I'm in the hospital, I can look at my gains. So I open up a short and you can see why. Maybe I'm wrong. It's not heavy risk. I'll be able to be okay if it doesn't go my way. So there you have it. 500 for like 6, 7 grand if we get all the way to the bottom. I don't know if we'll get there though. Just 3 grand. What is it? All the way up to, okay, only 37. Again, I'll do other trades on top of this trade. It won't be the only trade. This is kind of how I start my idea. You got to start somewhere when you feel something's gonna go some way. All right. Damn, they gave me 703. Yeah. Anyway, that looks like it's about to dump. I trade this bullishly all the time. It's a bull flag above the 200. Then I also see shoulder head. It's weird. I see it 2 ways every time I look at it, man. It's like, it has been very difficult. I snapped an Achilles tendon and walked on it for 2 weeks. How could you? I can't even walk, bro. Are you okay now? No, be honest. Did you really walk on it for 2 weeks? Don't lie to me. Because if you did, I'll walk on mine for 2 weeks. I don't give a damn. Severity of injury will determine the proper approach. Facts. Thank you. Let's hope you don't fall in the shower. I know, right? Good painkiller, I guess. I will manifest it for you. You will recover. You got this. No surgery. Thank you. I really don't want to get. I don't want them digging in me, man. I don't want them cutting me open. I don't want to have to sit there and get stitched up. I just want to get a boot and hang out. You know what I mean? But I guess it's not what I want to do. It's whatever has to happen, right? Everyone, I got to jump out of here for the day. Everyone, you entertained me beyond belief. I had like one of the funnest 2 hours of my entire life. This was one of the best shows ever in the history of my show. I love each and every one of you. I'm so happy that each and every one of you show up still every day, no matter what, and get the education. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow morning, I believe. I don't know though, but I believe I'll be here. Well, I can't tell for sure what's going to happen to me. It's all in God's will at this point. So I will tell you, my foot is cold and numb. Like it's not getting blood or something. It feels really strange. So I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day and look out for my next video on my macro technical analysis. We're going to break down what's happening to gold, silver, Bitcoin, the S&P futures, and more, and show you kind of what goes on. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Thank you. The secret to success is getting started. God has a plan for you, and it is what it is. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Pray for me, and I'll do the best I can to make it like I do for the last, I've been here, almost 2,000 days, man, since February of 2021. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Thank you so much, everyone. You guys really made me feel good. You're an awesome group of people. May God bless it. Every one of the lifers. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And God, thank you for teaching me patience through this pain. I'm here to learn, God. I've submitted to you. I'm not upset about my leg. I know you have a reason, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm open-minded for this new experience that I'm going through, the pain or whatever it is. I can't walk. I can't move. It's not the same, so I love you all. Thank you so much. Yeah. You said Fred Hurt knew what to do. Yeah, you have the faith. It will be okay. Thank you from the XLL Mafia community. XCL? What's up with that coin? X-Seller? That thing is in the dumps. It looks like it's in the very dumps, man. That thing looks like a rug pull, bro. Is that a rug, everybody? Is XCL a rug? I don't mean to be rude, but like I just gotta. That looks like a rug to me. I don't know. Looks like Aladdin on a rug. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you again. I'll see you later. God bless. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. Thank you so much. I love you. Hit the end button, Tommy. Come on.